Well, the grass is getting awfully long around here. Time to do a little maintenance. I'll once again show you how I cut the grass. Now, just making a video to cut the grass might be kind of boring. That's why I'll show you how I do it. We're going to get our Napoleon kettle set up. Okay, we dumped some charcoal on the one side of the grill. Now we're going to throw our instant fire cup in there. There, we'll let our fire cup get lit there. Light some of that charcoal. All right, the first thing I did, I ran to my local butcher shop to go buy some meat. So from my local butcher shop, I ended up getting some thighs, some drums, some wings. So the next step to our grass cutting adventure here is to season all this up before we put it on the grill. So I'm going to use a Zool's House Blend. It's a barbecue seasoning made locally. You can see just how well that coats on that chicken. All right, we'll put our grill grate in, the highest position here. Real quick clean with the brush. Next, I'm going to spray the grill grate down here with some avocado oil in my sprayer. It's the best way to season your grill grate and get it non-stick over time. Next, we'll close our lid, set our vent settings here. Now the bottom setting here, I'm going to put at 1. The top vent, I'm going to go fully closed and then just bump it up a little bit. Just from experience with this grill, that's a perfect setting. Just give this a couple minutes for the dome temperature to raise. In the meantime, I'll go move the lawnmower to the front yard. We'll get set up to start cutting. There, now we got some temperature rising on the dome here. I'm going to put all our chicken on opposite to where our hot coals are. All right, then we'll close our lid. Time to go cut the grass. Time to move to the backyard here and cut the grass. You could just see how long it's getting here. Really needs some work. Okay, we got all the yard nicely cut and trimmed. And of course, use the beer can launcher to clean off our patio. Approximately 45 minutes to an hour doing all those chores. I got a dome temperature at just under 300 degrees. So I'm not going to touch this at all right now. But what I am going to do, I'm going to hop inside, jump in the shower, get changed, and I'll meet you back in a little bit. All right, so I'm done the shower. I come out here. I'm smelling chicken coming off of this thing. We got a dome temperature of about 350 now. So the next step in this whole grass cutting process, this is a video on steps to take to cut your grass and do your yard maintenance. So the next step here, follow along. We're going to take all our chicken here and flip them around. All right, there you have it. Everything's flipped over. Let's close our lid. I'm just going to bump that upper vent up just a little bit. Now on to the second most satisfying part of this whole process, cracking open a nice cold beer. Now I got a beer, the Purity Pilsner from Walkerville Brewing Company. And crack this open. Here's the part where you go out, enjoy the fruits of your labor with a nice beer. Like I say, the second most satisfying step. So after a few minutes of enjoying this delicious cold beverage here, it's time to flip that chicken over. Put that skin side back up. You can see we now got a dome temperature of around 400 degrees. Let's flip this around. That's what I like to see right there, that skin with that little bit of sear on it. Beautiful. All right, there we have it. Let's close our lid one more time. Let's bump this up just a little bit more. And we'll give her a few more minutes. Okay, it's been a few minutes there with our chicken cooking away. We're just over 400 degrees on the dome temp. Let's open it up, check it out, see what we got. Oh yeah, these are just smelling amazing here. Let's just probe one of our thighs, see what we got. 178. Going to one of our wing pieces here. 173. 190. Let's go back here a little further from the flame. 190. All right, I'd say this chicken's done, ready to come off the grill. All right, let's put our chicken on the board here. All right, now it's time for the most satisfying part of the whole steps involved in doing your yard work and cutting the grass, tasting a cold beer, and enjoying some nice chicken from the grill here. I should mention, while I was at my local butcher, I also picked up some Butcher's Best barbecue sauce. I've had this before, it's super delicious. Have to coat one of our pieces here. Maybe a couple pieces. All right, here we have it. The final step to our whole grass cutting and yard work procedure here. Let's take a nice bite of chicken here. Super juicy. I should mention, I wasn't the only one doing yard work. My lovely wife was also doing some yard work today. So she also has a nice beverage started, and she's going to also enjoy some of this chicken. This chicken is so juicy and good. Just have to top up our glass here. I guess once again we got to break out our beer can launcher / leaf blower today. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video on how to cut your grass and barbecue some nice chicken and enjoy a nice cold beer. I encourage all of you, get in your backyard, find your place, maybe do some grass cutting, some barbecuing, and we'll see you on the next one.